Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. If you find this resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. So, chosen, I want to talk to you all about a lot of these karmic contracts that many of these karmics have made in the event of sacrificing you for their own wealth, abundance, fame, power. You know, one thing that we are seeing come out in the open, like it's being fully exposed, and there's more to be exposed and more that will be exposed, is dealing with a lot of these beings who have gained power and wealth, and you're finding out that they were willing to sacrifice others for the sake of getting there. And for a long time, many of you have been fully aware of this, and you said, okay, you recognize what was going on, but people will say, oh, that's conspiracy. That can't really be happening. That's just what people are making up, And now it's coming out in the forefront that it's true, that a lot of these beings who are wealthy, who have power, who have fame, have gotten it through very nefarious means. Now, these are everyday people, okay? These are not supernatural beings. These are not people who were born of a virgin birth, okay? These are everyday beings who shit, sleep, cry, bleed, just like the next man or woman. So with that being said, you see that it's happening. The numbers is being exposed, okay? And because these are everyday people, these are also people that you know personally, chosen. These are people who were in your intimate circle, who were desperate for fame and understood what it would take in order to get there. These are people who was desperate for power, ranking, okay, wealth. And they were willing to do it by any means necessary. And you, chosen, were the ultimate sacrifice for these beings. For them, they was looking at it through their 3D carnal nature, right? They just saw you as being a vulnerable lamb that they could easily sell off to the highest bidder. But on a more spiritual note, the reason why you was targeted, chosen, is because you are chosen. And as a chosen, see, the powers that were, they want to wipe out as many messiahs as possible. Because you come in to shake things up. You come in to change the narrative. You come in to reclaim your inheritance, birthright, and sovereignty. You come in to break the generational curses. And so while these karmics had their own motives that were more 3D related, the spiritual nature of why you were targeted, chosen, is because of who you are. And so it's very important to know that many of these beings, they realize now that they made a very foolish decision trying to work up against you because you've healed, you've awakened, you know who you are. So they're facing very severe judgment for what they tried to do. Many of them tried to set you up. Many of them was more than happy to join forces with, the powers that were, secret societies, the Illuminati, Masonic lodges. I'm talking about the dark side of things. Many of them were very, very happy to join forces in hopes that it would give them the ranking that they so desired through their carnal nature. And a lot of times, for some people, you might say this, well, this ain't for me. Well, it may not be for you. But recognize when you look around you and you look at those people that was in your closest circle, right? Family members, friends, co-workers, when you really look at them and you recognize those who would do anything for money, those who would step on anybody for fame, those who would sacrifice their own child for the sake of clout, trust and believe they were in your circle, chosen. And even though they never made it there, most of the time they never made it there, but some of them did, right? Like the diddlers and a lot of these beings who are out here readily sacrificing, the Epsteins and all of them that ran with their circle. You see them every day. These are everyday people. So it's not like many of them were not successful at sacrificing others. Oh, yes, they were successful. But now we're in the age of Aquarius and their time is up. Many of these beings who tried to take you out, chosen, were karmic family members. Some of them was karmic in-laws. Okay. Many of them targeted you since you was a child. So this could be karmic family members that have known you since you were a child, obviously, but they felt like you would be the perfect sacrifice. So they never really cared for you that much. These could also be karmic family members who were strung out on drugs. And the only thing that they was considering was getting their next fix. And so for the sake of getting a few thousand, they would be more than happy to sacrifice you. These would be those people who was also practicing in dark magic, doing spell work against you, chosen, in order to keep you in a very docile and submissive state so that you would never be able to awaken to the agenda against you. That way you would be a willing sacrifice. You would willingly lie down and be the sacrificial lamb for their fame and their fortune. But their karma has been returned to them. For some of these beings, they are currently incarcerated. For others, they are going to be incarcerated. Whether it's physical jail or spiritual jail, either way, it ain't fun on either end. Many of them will hope and pray that they could go to physical jail, because spiritual jail is far worse. So if they never make it behind bars, then they will be barred within their own physical vessel. Some of them will be ill for the rest of their life. Others will go through mental illness. These beings are going through poverty for sure. They're losing everything. They could not fulfill or satisfy the contract that they made with the powers that were. And so because they could not fulfill it, because they could not make you the ultimate sacrifice, they now have to pay the piper. They owe with their lives. They owe with people that they actually do love and care for. And it's not for the chosen to try and pray that these beings do not receive their karma. No, you want them to receive their judgment. You want them to receive their judgment, because that's the only way that the scales can get balanced. Many of these beings will try to redeem themselves. They're watching you. They're looking for you. They're scoping you out, trying to see, like, is there any way for redemption now? Because they know they cannot sacrifice you. You're too awakened. You're too powerful now, chosen. You're too healed now. You're too aware. You understand alchemy. You understand how to alchemize and transmute energy. And you will not sit back and allow anyone to send their low vibrational spell work towards you to manipulate your mind anymore, to manipulate your circumstances, to keep you in poverty or your carnal nature. No, those days are done. You are nobody's sacrificial lamb. And so now a lot of these beings, they're trying to figure out ways to finagle, to try to finesse their way out of their own karma. But there's nothing that they can do about it. These beings wanted to betray you. They tried to betray you, many of them for a very, very, very long time. Some of you are fully aware of who these beings are. Some of you, you're still trying to figure it out. But whether you know or not, fact of the matter is, this is the day of reckoning. This is the time of judgment. This is the time of revelations. And so just know that you have the victory, chosen. You have the victory. You have overcome. These beings, they fear their karma, but the fact of the matter is they can no longer hurt you. Their trick bag is empty, and there's nothing else that they can do to try and redeem themselves. So give thanks to the Most High and your spiritual team for protecting you and for preserving you and for setting you aside, for letting you know that you were different. Because see, you being set aside, you going off into hermit mode, you removing yourself from a lot of people that you were surrounded by, that was all protecting you from the overall agenda of many of these karmics whose only desire is to possess fiat. Their only desire is to possess fame and power and clout. So just know that all is well, chosen. Beautiful things are coming in for you. There's no more sleepless nights. You don't have to fear anything anymore, because the Most High has made the final judgment, the first and final judgment. That's my message for you all. I love you. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you all next time.